Just figured since I've made a huge mess of my room and I'm gonna clean it up pretty soon, like this evening, that part of it involves taking all this out, that I'd make a quick video of my 486 and maybe, I don't know, here's Photoshop 3.0 if you want to have a look at that. Why not, man, right? I don't know, let's go ahead and get this out and see if, like, I can install this. I don't know what version of Windows this requires. This system is an AMD Am486 DX2-80 MHz with 32 megs of RAM, a 1 gig hard drive. This is a 1.2 megabyte TAC 5¼ inch floppy disk drive, and a 1.44 megabyte TAC 3½ inch drive, and these are both very finicky, honestly. These two didn't even come with the system. The two that came in here were, like, stone dead. Like, they didn't work at all. It's got a turbo button. That works. The CD-ROM drive, there actually wasn't a CD-ROM drive in there initially. I had a creative hex speed drive hiding over here. I had that in there, and it wasn't reading burned discs very well, so then I tried to swap it out for that HP CD Writer Plus. I think it's a 9100 series, and then it just didn't work at all. So apparently that CD writer is bad, but I had this 120 meg tape backup drive in there with a dead roach or something inside of it, so that's wonderful. And then there's just Princess Zelda amiibo. Don't ask. I mean, she's there because I got a Nintendo Switch and I was transferring my Mii from my 3DS. And you can do that using amiibos. That's completely off topic, but I figured it was worth mentioning. And there's a hard drive over there that says Proctor's HD. It's a Western Digital My Book for Mac. No idea why it says Proctor's HD on it. I got it at a garage sale. And there is a Mac Mini under all that mess that barely works now because I screwed up the hard drive mount and the hard drive cable while I was at it, just trying to replace the hard drive, and completely stripped out the threads on the hard drive mounting screws as well. So I'm doing great work in my computer adventures. And this thing probably looks really familiar to a lot of you if you've been around for a while. It's just hanging out up here for now. Anyway, this is the subject at hand. And, oh yeah, unfortunately, the last disc of MechWarrior here doesn't work. I tried to get it to work, but the format's just gone. Double density 5¼ inch discs were known for that. And this, just to bring attention to this, this is a painting my girlfriend did for me. So, yeah, pretty friggin' beautiful, honestly. I don't, like, seriously, for a long time, she said she wasn't good at painting, and I was like, you're full of crap, just do it, and you'll be happy with it. And so then she painted me one, and I love it. It's pretty fantastic. Like, seriously, I can't say enough how much I love this. And so, back to the subject at hand. I'm tired, so I'm, like, really all over the place, and this is kind of just a random video anyway. So, Dead MechWarrior disc. King's Quest 4 manual, I got that at a thrift store. King's Quest 5 manual, same thrift store. Tetris, The Soviet Challenge by Spectrum Holobyte for the IBM PC, or Tandy 1000. I got that too. Here's the MechWarrior box. It doesn't have the 3½ inch discs. I could probably find them if I wanted to. But here's TIE Fighter. Complete except for the game's manual, which is required to start the game. So that's great. And those discs all work. And then the Riven strategy guide. So, cool random bit of stuff here. Yeah, so there's a copy of Windows NT Workstation 4 there. I don't remember why I brought that up here because it's not what's on here. But, yeah, so let's go ahead and power this thing on. You can see there the 32 megs of RAM, the BIOS date and everything, which, by the way, it's not Y2K compliant. It messes up and goes to 2094 every single time the computer reboots. And this is a startup menu I made. I'll just go to the DOS prompt first. I'm in this testing extended memory. That is cd2.sys from Windows 95. It actually seems a little bit more reliable than the quad channel driver that Windows 95 uses by default, so yeah, I'm using it on this machine because it really does work more reliably. At least it was a Mitsumi driver, and I mean, I have a Mitsumi drive in there, which, by the way, sounds like a person screaming when you open it. Pretty fantastic. Anyway, running MS-DOS version 6.22 on here, and Windows 4 Workgroups 3.11. So let's go ahead and start Windows here. Why is that flickering? Oh gosh, I forget. CRT monitors. Gotta love them, man. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna get that to work. Anyway, I got some things installed on here. I got the Microsoft Arcade Pack, which is pretty nifty. You want to see me fail at Tempest real quick? We can do that. Yep, told you I was going to fail at Tempest. Jeez, that's loud. Oh boy, that was interesting. I guess Tempest probably isn't the easiest to play with a mouse, but I don't know. Probably better than trying to do it with a control pad. I'm actually doing not too terrible now. Alright, yeah, so this is Let's Play Tempest. I'm kidding. I don't know how to get out of this, though, so let's just die. Kerblamo. Anyway, let's, what else have I got here? Microsoft Works for Windows didn't finish installing. The Incredible Machine, that's a good game. Won't bore you with that too much, though, because it's not fun to watch, really. What's... Ah, yes, Jezball. Oh my gosh. Apparently you're terrible at Jezball. That's good to know. Oh my gosh, I am really awful. I don't know what's wrong with me. No, I don't want to start a new game. Just made a fool of myself, thank you very much. What else we got here? Ah, yes, Solitaire and Minesweeper. Let's win a game of Minesweeper real quick. Yes, I promise you I can win a game of Minesweeper, no problem. Oh boy, this might be a little bit more tricky than I thought. It's not too bad, though. Okay. Ah, yes. There we go. My name is Sydney. 27 seconds, that's really not too bad. First game of Minesweeper I've played on this computer, clearly. And we got the MS-DOS prompt here. Good old control panel. Sound mapper. Huh. Okay. Oh yeah, it's got a Sound Blaster AW64 and like a Trident 8900C graphics card, I think. Anyway, let's try to install Photoshop like I said we were going to do. Photoshop probably requires Windows 95, but I'm going to find out. I do know that this version of Photoshop predates GIFs, so Photoshop setup. Oh, ooh, it's working. Yes, Photoshop 3.0. In 256 colors. Okay. Yeah, sure. I don't know if I'm... wait, no, I've got a serial number here. I work for Team Miscellaneous. So that's the thing I got anyway. Let's see. I'll do a custom install. It's only a gig hard drive, so we'll see how much everything is. Oh. Hardly anything. QuickTime for Windows? Oh, that's great fun. Anyway. So the idea here is, when I get this thing out of here, I'm going to put the green computer back together once again and put it here. I move like the speakers and the AMBX lights and crud over here. And I'm not going to be using this AST Vantage keyboard or this ancient Microsoft Serial mouse or this completely inappropriate Macintosh mousepad. I know it's a weird combination of peripherals I picked to go here, but didn't notice that autofocus lock turned on. I'm sorry. Let's turn that off. No, not the flashlight. Gotten a new phone since the last time I tried to make a regular YouTube video with one, so yeah. Wonder if those phone numbers are still valid. Yeah, this runs on Win32s. It's actually a Windows 95 program, clearly. If you aren't familiar with what Win32s is, Win32s was this package of compatibility libraries that would allow software for Windows 95 that was programmed in a certain way to run properly under Windows 3.1. It wasn't flawless, and it wouldn't work with just any program. The program did have to comply with some specific parameters to actually work with the compatibility libraries, but... Sorry, just moving some stuff. But it let some things like the early Windows Humongous Entertainment games run. I don't think King's Quest VII and the other Sierra games required it. I think they were native 16-bit applications. But if you'll notice, this has the gray window background of Windows 95 applications instead of the just regular white background of 3.1 applications. So that hard drive sound, man. I don't want to register electronically. I don't even have internet on this thing. Okay. Old quantum hard drives, man. Gotta love them. Anyway. Let's try starting Photoshop now. We'll make some good oh. What? 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 I literally just installed it. What? What? I don't... Okay. Okay. Oh, that's friggin' brilliant. Okay. In that case, let's exit friggin' Windows. I could have played some MIDI files, but... As a matter of fact, why don't I play some MIDI files real quick? No harm in doing so. I like how the Windows boot screen looks just fine, and then, like, it gets to the desktop, and it's just like, whoa, seizure. Alright, let's find some of those MIDIs. Alright, here we go. We'll play, Final Fantasy VII Ancient City. Oh, that's the, oh, what the? What the heck? When I installed Photoshop, it updated the media extensions. This looks totally different. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't know it was going to do that. Anyway, yeah. Here's some Final Fantasy VII music on the Am486 synth. Let's go ahead and rewind this all the way, and I'll play it for you on the FM synthesis that most people were more accustomed to back in the day. Because it's that one. Let's go ahead and Alt-Tab back over here. Big difference, huh? Sorry. Quite enough of that. Let's go ahead and get back to the MIDI mapper. Oh wait, control panel. There we go. And then real quick, last thing here. I'm going to run the Sound Blaster Diagnose program. Get you some cool stuff. So you just, from the C prompt, you type diagnose. Diagnostic utility for 16-bit audio card. And since I've got plug and play, you plug it in and it plays. Since I got plug and play, it doesn't ask me very many questions, so that's nice. If you had an older non-plug and play card, or if you actually just had an older plug and play card that didn't support auto detection really, then it would ask you all of these things that it's saying it's setting successfully. Yeah, anyway, we got some 8-bit testing here. He sounds really thrilled.
8-bit testing.
And then we got 16-bit testing. Sounds even more thrilled.
16-bit testing.
Let's try that again. My girlfriend texted me right then. She's still doing it. What the? Come on. I don't know why my phone doesn't, like, this new phone doesn't mute. But, try that again.
16-bit testing.
No, it's fantastic, isn't it? Then we got synthesized music. Now, I think that's cool, which it's really not. Try this one out. Appropriately 90s. I listened to this whole test thing once. It's like 4 minutes long. Don't update system files. Anyway, just to show you the turbo button now that nothing's running. Push the turbo button, and I actually have it set so that it decreases the system speed, but when you push that in, turbo light goes off and it switches to 40 megahertz. Funny story, that is not actually a link to the motherboard at all. When I first got this system, it was set improperly, and like that, it said 25, and when I pushed it in, it said 12. I actually took it out and manually moved all the jumpers to make it say 80 and 40, so that's kind of funny. It's all a gimmick, like these served no purpose. Later on, when they went into 3-digit frequencies, they just reprogrammed these to say high and low because there wasn't much else they could do. It's pretty great. Anyway, to shut down a computer from this time, just you leave it at the C prompt, and then you go down here and you go off. No crazy 21st century shutdown sequences or anything. Pretty simple. Then there is the thing that you could accidentally turn this off while your system was running and lose data. So, I mean, yeah. There's a reason that ATX was invented. Anyway, I got plenty of micro SD card space, but you probably don't have plenty of time, and I've wasted enough of it. So, gonna bring this to a close. This room is going to be cleaned up here in, like, hopefully before 10 o'clock, because I need to get to bed. I'm really lacking sleep, and that's not good when you've pretty much just started I say pretty much just started high school. We're almost a quarter through the year. I'm an idiot. Anyway, when you're still pretty early on in the year in high school, you probably don't want to screw it up yet. So, you need to get a good night's sleep. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time. I don't know why I'm waving my hand in front of the camera, but it's happening. Yeah, and if you're wondering, here's the new phone I got. Well, I mean, obviously the new phone is in my hand, but this is the model I got, the Zenfone 3 Zoom. It's an amazing phone. And you probably saw the IMEI there. I legitimately don't know what you could do with that number, so I'm not really afraid of anybody stealing it. Because this is already an unlocked phone, it's not really like you could do a whole lot. So, anyway, yeah. Good stuff. Really? I really wish it would stop notifying me. Like, I don't have a problem with my girlfriend texting, but really. Phone, oh my gosh, phone. Stop. No. Stop.